Southern Woods and Waters TV. That's where you want to be. Foggy mornings in the field, come the creek with rod and reel, doing what we love in Tennessee. Patriot Demolition presents Southern Woods and Waters with Hugh McNaughton and Brandon Dowdy. Also being brought to you by Sniper Hunting Products, Deer 30 Minerals, Candy Fork Outdoors, Weststone Cry-Like Realtors, TWRA, Capital Sportsman, Nashville Marine, Davidson Farmers Co-op, Courtney's Restaurant and Catering, Mowing and More, CVA, Wilson Bank and Trust, Flowers Processing and Garden Center, X Outdoor Products, and Hunter Up.
Welcome everyone, I'm Hugh McNaughton.
And I'm Brandon Dowdy.
And we are
Southern Woods and Waters.
Hey, I tell you what, we got a great little show tonight.
We do. I've been looking forward to tonight's show for a while.
What is this, Christmas in March?
I guess it's going to be for somebody here in a little while, I believe.
Somebody's going to get a nice Christmas present in March.
Yeah.
So we're a little bit excited about that with our guest tonight. What else been going on, brother? Hey,
Man,
it is spring.
It is.
Spring is
it's
sprung.
officially spring. You don't feel it out the back door right now.
No.
We're coming in the studio. We about blew away trying to get in the back door, but no, it's spring out there, and even though it's pretty cold, the turkeys are
Mike Flowers
thinking
called
it's spring.
me a knothead a while ago. He said, "Knothead, I thought you was inside." He was looking for me.
It's a little chilly standing out there tonight waiting on the back door, I guarantee you.
Well, I'll tell you what, spring has officially sprung, and I don't know if everybody's noticed, we've got a lot of robins have moved back, the red cardinals have moved back, the turkeys are gobbling. If that's not going to fire you up for this weekend, nothing is.
Well, I was actually telling Anthony and Mike earlier about when you and I were fishing last weekend.
Dude, was that not fun?
At an undisclosed location on Percy Priest Lake. People know we were there, so I'll give them that much information. But
well, let's tell them a little bit.
They were on fire,
weren't they? Fishing, and we were fishing one bank, and you and I both heard a gobbler on the opposite side.
Yeah.
So I just, you know, if I got my britches on, I got a call. So I whooped that call in there, and I made just about 5 or 6 yelps. Oh, he fired off.
Yeah.
Well, then we decided, you and I decided, let's go on over there where the sun's shining, and we'll see if we can catch some fish and see if we can see him. We no more get over there, and Brandon says, you know where we were sitting when we were calling? I said, yeah. He said, look back here, and there was 2 or 3 gobblers over there.
They had done come down to the bank line. They would have been in trouble here in a couple of weeks. Yeah, they'd have been in big trouble. But yeah, that's a great way to hunt them. That we tell people all the time around those lakes. You can go crappie fishing and turkey hunting at the same time. Just be careful. Make sure you know where you're at.
Be careful and remember the laws on that too.
Just watch the property lines.
Just watch the property lines. That's all you got to do, and be smart about it, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But youth turkey season does open this Saturday, and we want to get everybody fired up about that. It is the 23rd of March, and then again the March the 30th. For all of us old folks, we get to go.
We get to get after them in another week.
So kids are first. That's always a good thing. And this time, I've talked to several people that are going, and just let those kids play with those calls and stuff.
I can't wait.
Emery's fired up.
She is fired up. She's been practicing. She's practiced shooting and calling and everything. I hear about it every day.
If y'all lived in a neighborhood that the houses were only 4 foot apart, I'm afraid y'all might get run out.
They would probably question us sometimes out there calling turkeys and stuff in the backyard.
There ain't nothing like it.
No, there's not. She's excited, and a lot of kids are. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people, and I think our weather is going to be perfect.
I think the weather's going to be fantastic.
I think it's going to be a good youth hunt this year.
Just go early. If they get hot, bring them in. Give them a break. Do something. But make it pleasant on those children when they get to go. If you make it miserable, I promise you, they're going to remember that, and they're not going to want to go next time.
That's right. Try to keep them as comfortable as you can. Just have fun.
You know, and hey, if they want to play a game, let them play a game. What are you hurting them?
Not a thing. I promise. We've done all sorts of things in the blind. You wouldn't believe. Yeah.
Well, you're going to be busy in Middle Tennessee.
I am.
I'm going to be busy in West Tennessee. We're going to have some films, and hopefully we'll have a couple of youngsters that'll come in with a good gobbler this year.
I'm hoping so. I think we've got.
I'm ready for some fresh wild turkey.
I am too. I'm out.
Over wild rice with mushroom gravy.
We had a good year last year, but I'm out. Them things just don't last long enough.
We get Mike Flowers to give us some of that marinade he's got.
Yeah, get some of that good stuff on them.
Good stuff. But let's wind out and introduce our guest for you tonight. Do you want to do that, Brandon?
I'll do it, guys. You know, a lot of you may already be familiar with these guys that are sitting up here with us. But to my left tonight, I've got Mr. Anthony Landreth, and just outside of him, we've got Mike Adams with us. And Anthony and Mike both very involved in outdoors. You guys have seen them deer hunting, turkey hunting, crappie fishing. We talk about Anthony on here quite a bit with crappie fishing, had several of his pictures. But you guys are here to talk about a little something different tonight that y'all do, aren't you? And so we're going to talk about what these guys are doing with the Brad Deming. Is it the Brad Deming Memorial Bicycle Fund? Is that correct?
Yep. That's correct.
But we're going to talk just a little bit more about that tonight. And I'll go on and tell you just a little bit of preemptor. By the end of tonight's show, one of you guys will own this bike right here in front of us. So we're going to have an exciting show.
Are we going to have an age requirement?
Maybe we should have an age requirement. We'll talk about that in the commercial breaks. We'll talk about something.
Because I may go around the corner and call in myself.
Get you a new one. Yeah,
that's right.
That's right.
It needs a new form of transportation.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have another couple minutes right here in this segment. Let's just kind of tell us just a little bit about it and just a little preview to.
Okay. The way this first started, Brandon, it was October 29th, 2015. I'm sitting in a deer house, and Brad sends out a message on Facebook, and he just said, what do you guys think about us doing something to buy bikes for kids? And he advertised that and posted it in a group called West TN Deer Hunters. Only had 2,400 members. That first year, we bought 18 bikes to give to kids. Then the next year, more people started stepping up, and we did 30 bikes. And the third year, we did 40 bikes. And Brad passed away last April, and Mike and I, a guy named John Lawrence, Letha Frost, Corey Reeves, we all kind of just took it upon ourselves. We're just going to keep giving away bikes at Christmas. We had a meeting in September. We set a goal at 100, and everybody thought I was crazy when I said 100.
Boy, we did get some looks.
Yeah, we did 263 bikes.
I was noticing that. Yeah. You asked for 100, you got 263.
11 counties, and we did one foster care, and it has grown beyond our belief. It looks like we're going to be in at least four different states this year, and maybe 5. I got another call last night from somebody about a Kentucky hunt. And what we try to do is wherever anybody donates a hunt and whoever buys the auction, then we try to split those bikes up in those 2 different areas, wherever it may be.
Right, right.
And it's important
just
to hit
not
too.
just deer hunting either. I mean, we've done.
No, I saw turkey, deer,
fishing trips.
But what they're talking about is the way that they raise the funds to do these bicycles is people donating hunting trips, fishing trips, all sorts of activities like that that they auction off.
We auction off the West TN Deer Hunters, and I'm glad Mr. West Stone, he over Tennessee Deer Hunters that you and I, all 3 of us are a big part of, is, you know, he lets us auction them off on there, and I mean that's 60,000 plus. That's a bigger base than West TN Deer Hunter. They got like 1,500. Okay.
Yeah. So you've seen us on both.
I see it.
So I mean, and it goes, like I say, it's great. Way beyond what we ever thought it would be. And I mean, and what's really special is the people that just call us out of the blue want to donate stuff. Because truthfully, we don't have to go out a whole lot. Right. I mean, they call us wanting to donate.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
We got another segment we want to talk to you more in depth about, but right now we got our wild game forecast.
This week's weekly wild game forecast is being sponsored by our friends over at Wilson Bank and Trust. Those guys are celebrating this coming Friday their 25-year anniversary at their Mount Juliet office.
Goodness.
They want to invite everybody to come down and visit with them between 3 and 5 p.m. next Friday. 25 years right there in Mount Juliet. So congratulations to them over at Wilson Bank. We appreciate everything they do for us here at the show. I know that.
That's awesome. Well, you know, I've been seeing a lot of turkeys. All of a sudden.
It's almost been like a switch has gone off in the last week or so. It's been pretty slow, Today I was riding around working and I saw a lot of turkeys. And they've kind of come out of the woodwork. Saw 2 or 3 strutting today, you know, kind of doing their thing. So it's coming around. It's getting time.
Deer, I'm starting to now my 8-pointer up was look. He's only got one side.
They're starting to drop. I did get the last 2-sided hard horn picture that I have was on March the 4th of that buck we talked about last year that we've got a lot of footage of. And I had a hard horn picture of him on the 4th of March, and he's a half rack now. Yep. So it's starting to kind of, you know, the rest of them are dropping, and a lot of crappie stringers getting filled up too. The last few days. Several. We've got quite a few.
All the trees are starting to bloom, so it's time to catch crappie. That's always the.
If you're into turkey hunting, crappie fishing, whatever it is, it's time to be doing it.
And I'll tell you something else, ladies and gentlemen, that you might be thinking about doing right now, and that's it's time to put those mineral licks out.
It is. It's matter of fact, of course, we keep them, you know, fresh year round. But it is if you don't have them fresh right now.
It is a great time to do it right now.
It is.
Unless you live in our county.
Unless you live where they
it's
are.
8 counties where we are. It's the CWD hot zone counties.
That's right. You're not even.
We're not allowed to use minerals or any kind of feed anymore.
Nothing.
And I mean, and I hate that, but I tell you what, people can say what they want. I haven't put any out since November because they put that emergency declaration up in December in our county. And last week I had 4,000 pictures on like 10 cameras. I bet 500 of them, they had their heads buried down in those mineral leaves.
Well, it's in that soil and it's going to stay there. You know what I mean?
That's exactly right.
Guys, we want to remind you to follow us on Facebook. Keep up with us there. We're going to keep you updated on what's going on with the turkey season. We've got several youth, like Hugh said earlier, that are going to be out this weekend. Send us your pictures and let us know how y'all are doing. We'll be back here in just a minute with this week's Pictures of the Week and some more Southern Woods and Waters.